As technology takes over more human touch points, where does empathy fit into the networking equation? And how do we keep it from being replaced by convenience?
Interesting question, Michael. First, I want to make sure that we talk a little bit about what we mean by empathy, because I hear this a lot that empathy is a word that can confuse a lot of people. And maybe we can broaden it a little bit and say caring about another person or caring about their experience, or even acknowledging that they have a different experience than you. That's a little bit of, in psychology, they call it theory of mind. The ability to understand that someone else is going through something that is different from you and may be just as or more important or critical in their life as what you're going through. So caring about the experiences someone else is having, I think, is your avenue into making real connection, because people like people that are interested in them. It's the old how to win friends and influence people, right? It's when I'm curious about you and I ask you questions about you and I'm listening, and if it's in a genuine way where I do affirm your experience and I say things back to you and I give you some indications that I'm paying attention, you're going to come away feeling like we made a connection. And one of the things too that I want to come back to is this distraction and busyness and all that. And for a lot of people, they feel like it's work. Like I have to be on, I have to be available, I have to answer emails at night and stuff like that. I want to suggest that we all need to fight back a little bit. We need to reclaim a bit of our own ability to just calm ourselves down and be present. And there, again, we talked about practice. There are a lot of turn the notifications off of your phone, right? Are you getting pop-ups on every single email that comes up on your desktop or your laptop? Pretty sure you don't need that because you're going to look at your email anyway. And if you're not, you're doing that, hopefully you're doing valuable work and you shouldn't be distracted by that. So my point here really is that just the way that we practice having conversations with people in the grocery store, in line at Starbucks, practice reducing the noise and you can reclaim a bit of your own attention so that it's easier when you are interacting with other people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that brings me to a point where whenever I network or I'm teaching people how to network, I say, go there with a servant's heart. Go there thinking,
Love
what
that.
can I do for them and not for me? Because what that does is that releases all of the tension, everything off my shoulders. It's no longer a problem. So if I'm going there and I'm saying, okay, Andrew, you're talking to me or everything, I bring in something called FORM, family, occupation, recreation, and there's a message. So I try to pick out one of those things and have you talk about it. Family, that's easy because everybody loves to talk about themselves or their family or their kids or their grandchildren, whatever. If they talk about youth sports, then I'm in like Flint because I was a coach, I was a mentor, I was
Yeah.
everything. And then it moves to occupation and they start telling about what they do and how they do it and everything else. And I stop them and I say, you know something, Andrew, I like you. I like the way you do business. Can I make you more successful? How can I be a good referral source for you? And if I did my job correctly, you say, Mike, I don't even know what the hell you do yet,
Yeah.
and that's perfect. And the follow up is a whole nother conversation. That starts the whole thing because that shows them that I'm very interested in helping them and not just selling something.
Yeah. And like you said, it takes the pressure off. I don't need to show up at this event and sell my thing. I don't need to find five amazing clients or anything. All I have to do is be curious.
That's it. That's it. And connect. You're connect. I listen. I told you I was in a mortgage company, mortgage firm. big bang, big. I was high up, and I used to go to a networking event, and I used to come home with a shoebox filled with business cards. I said,
Yep.
"Look how good I did." Did I do that well? No, I didn't. Right. So now, when I teach people, if they go to a 3 or 4 hour event, you come home with 15, maybe 20 business cards. Right, because that means that you made a connection to all of those people, and then you follow up accordingly. But it's
Right.
such a difference. I went to the school of hard knocks. I learned how to do everything wrong before I did it correctly. But now I hope I think I'm doing correctly because I'm teaching people and I hope I'm teaching them the correct way.